Hello again, everybody. This is Kevin, the Bad Back Gardener. Today's video, we're going to be touring the raised bed garden. It's the end of May here. This is our May tour of the raised bed garden. We'll see what we got going and what's growing in the garden. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of the row cover yet. Still trying to transition my plants from inside to outside. A lot of the places here, that's kind of the way I use of hardening off the plants, is the row cover, and it seems to work. I've always had real good luck with it. So you will see a lot of row covers that we'll be peeking into to see what's growing, but let's get started here. We'll get started here with some of the early veg patch here. We got some onions. Got some peas coming up in this area here. I need to plant some more, my last group of peas here on the other side over there. And then down here we got some spinach growing, which wasn't real pleased with. I got one little patch that came up for some reason. Other than that, those other spots were supposed to be spinach. And this is the first time I've ever grown spinach, so I don't know if it's me doing something wrong or what, but it didn't come in real good. So beside that, we got some leaf lettuce, a couple different kinds of leaf lettuce. It's ready to eat. I need to eat it. And then under here we have the radishes, which are coming in real good. And I'm actually not keeping up with eating them as much as I should be. Then I'm going to pull some of those out and eat some of those today. So then this bed here, turn, as you can see through there, we like to call them caterpillars, all the row cover. Tomatoes are looking good, coming up nicely from the transition from outside or inside to outside. They're all looking good in that one. Next row up is another thing of tomatoes. It too is looking good. They're getting dark green, which is what you want to see. So they're coming on. And this here, I'll have to uncover. Actually, it needs to be uncovered. Is peppers. And they've been out not too long now, but they've been out a little while. And they're looking good. They're starting to green up pretty good. And I'll take a quick look over here. If you can see through that little fence there, you'll see an eye looking at you. And it's a mama robin decided to build her nest right at my door. So if you look real closely, you can see Mama Robin there. I'm not going to disturb her too much here. But I would like you to see the potatoes, which is right beside her, and you can actually see them growing in there in the row cover. But I'll go down the other side and look at those here, just to avoid Mama Robin getting upset with me. So this is potatoes. You can't see real well, but all you can see is green, which is a good sign the potatoes are growing. All coming up through there, real good through that bed. Then we'll go to this bed right here. This is another bed of tomatoes. Looking good, getting tall, getting big. And then this bed here is more tomatoes, as you can guess it. And then I'll show you down at the beginning of this one here. This is my early tomatoes that I got out. They are nice and tall, getting big, getting tomatoes on them. Got Last I counted 15, and that was the other day, so we probably got more than that. Some green tomatoes coming on. So hopefully we get a good start with that for those tomatoes. Tomatoes in there. Let's see. So they're growing good. And then down the next door here, we actually have, which I just put in recently, is cucumbers. My first, I plant this in sections, so I plant a little bit here, then I'll move down, plant a little bit, and then maybe plant a third section at some point. But got cucumbers coming up, some more seeds in the ground, and some of the spots that haven't come up were seeds. These ones I started indoors. And then transplanted them outside, so they're catching on pretty good. Get an early start on those. This bed here is peppers, and it just went in actually the other day. It's only been in a day or two. Some of these peppers got dried out inside. I missed catching them, so they don't look the greatest, but they're going to survive. Those should be fine. It's nice and warm in there. Into those caterpillars. I got them all open at the ends because I don't want them to overheat. And then in this bed here, another bed of tomatoes. It's a 2-section bed, two layer level bed, but that one's all tomatoes. This section here, I have some cilantro. I just planted this the other day. The cilantro. Got some more turnips down there, some basil, and some lot more lettuce. Another round of lettuce to go up there. Down here, as you can see, I got my pole bean trellis up. And got all the string strung on my little teepee there for my pole beans. And then, as you can see, these, if you caught the video, I planted some beans indoors here a couple weeks ago, and they've been transplanted outside. They're looking pretty good. They're getting tall, and then on this side, there's other beans that have been planted this weekend here from seeds, so they'll be coming up, but I get an early start on my beans there. And again, over here, the same deal on the other side of the trellis. Newly planted seeds on the other side, but these are the beans I started indoors. So get me an early start on beans. Here's my turnips that are growing. Some turnips, some green onions in that bed. And up here we got another bed of peppers. These are hot peppers up here. Actually in the back, clean in the back there, I have some Carolina Reapers. I don't know how much I'll use them, but I tried them. Somebody got me some seeds, so I tried growing them. And then down in these hoops here, just yesterday, I got cantaloupe planted. There's 3 different types of, well, there's cantaloupe, and then there's mango melon, which is kind of like a cantaloupe that I grew last year. It was really good. I'm trying another kind of melon. It's called banana melon. Some watermelon planted in here. And then up here, I might throw in some pumpkins at some point. It's a little earlier for pumpkins than I want to plant them, but maybe here in the next week or so, I'll get some pumpkins planted for that. Do for our short May tour here of the Raised Bed Garden. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch up with me on Facebook. You can also email me at bbgardner@zoominternet.net. And as always, if your back ain't hurting, you ain't working.